Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently celebrating Arknights' global 6th anniversary. And Arknights officials have done a couple of things to hype up this special occasion. One of which is a special live stream. So here's the summary of the stream, as well as the overview of Arknights' next event. Okay, on the 16th of January, there will be a new side story to celebrate the anniversary. In this story, we will be focusing on Hoshiguma. And it's also the first event that is set in Higashi. Well, technically it's the second time after Monster Hunter collab event. Anyway, let's see the new operators. We will get 4 new operators, with one of them being a limited operator. As most already suspected, the new 6-star and the limited is Hoshiguma Alter, Hoshiguma the Breacher. This Hoshiguma is now a 6-star arts defender. Much like her original version, Hoshi Alter is a very tanky defender. But when her original version struggles against arts, her new version can tank arts damage with hardly a problem. Her defender class is also known to have a decent damage capability. And in Hoshiguma Alter case, she can deal a lot of damage to flatline elites or even bosses enemies, comparable to some of the game's 6-star DPS. And there's 2 very interesting in her abilities. First, she has 2 HP bar, the usual blue, and the red one that will appear after the blue HP is depleted. Which will no doubt help her survivability. However, you can't normally heal her when she's in a red HP state. And in her skill 3, she and others around can gain temporary immortality. Overall a great unit to have on the team. Moving on, the standard 6-star beside Hoshi is a new character called Haruka, a famous idol and actress from Higashi. Well, nice to meet you Haruka. I hope you don't have a boyfriend. Anyway, Haruka is our newest 6-star Abjura supporter, after Silence Alter. But think of her as a supercharged version of Quercus. Haruka is arguably the best Abjura supporter in the game right now. Heck, she is even argued to be the game's best healer. And it's not hard to see why. Beside healing the wounded, she already has a way to minimize the damage that operators take. She can constantly give these bubbles to allied units, which will grant them 30% sanctuary buff. For comparison, that is about the same as what Gladia gives to abyssal hunters. Her skill 2 is also an infinite duration skill that increases her healing effectiveness, and now can heal multiple units at the same time. She even kinda goes against her class trait by allowing her to damage enemies while her skill is active. Her skill 3 is also a great control skill and levitate source. All in all an amazing support unit. Depending on what you need, she might even more valuable than Hoshiguma Alter. Okay, that's the 6-star. The gacha 5-star is someone called Kichise, our newest spread shooter sniper. And the free 5-star is Matsukiri. He got a new Vanguard archetype called Strategist. May look like a pioneer, but this archetype mainly focuses on supporting those who are not yet deployed. This is done by either giving them buff as soon as they are deployed, or reducing their cost for their next deployment. Although he mostly helps defenders and supporters. So yes, devs clearly made him with Hoshi Alter and Haruka in mind. Additionally, previous summer limits are also available to spark with 300 total pulls in the shop. Except for Chen Alter, who should get her cost reduced to 200. The recent 3 should also have a chance to appear in Hoshi Alter banner. Moving on, new operators are not complete without some new skins. We will get 5 new skins, with an astonishing 4 L2D skins.
You made me fall for you completely. And I was down on one knee. I spent my last money on a ring, because you were my everything. But now that I have seen your true colors.
And here are the rerun skins. With more will be available. Okay, time to see the event mechanics and enemies. The mechanic of this event stage is rather simple. It's basically a pachinko, or pinball machine. There's some sort of launcher scattered around the map that you can activate, and it will shoot out a ball, also known as fate. But I believe you can only activate one at a time. And your goal is to make the fate hit an enemy, or your operators who stand on the tile with a star on it. If they get hit by the fate, this bar on top of the screen will be filled. Once full, the operator with the highest DP cost will become free to deploy, and doesn't use deployment slots. They will also gain initial SP bonus. Additionally, all launcher will be activated. But this effect is only temporary, and that operator will be retreated as soon as the effect is over. Enemies also gain negative effects if they ever get hit by the fate, like being pushed over. Some will also get stunned, losing invisibility, and losing their shield. Okay, here are the enemies. If I'm not mistaken, we'll be fighting one particular Yakuza syndicate, complete with their goons, ninjas and clanker. Alright, now here's the boss. He is called Mifune. He is a pretty easy boss from what I remember 5 months ago, because he doesn't have any abilities that make him too troublesome. For example, he is strictly a melee unit, and walks rather slowly. But he is also a rather tanky boss. His defense may not look like much at first, but he has an ability similar to Solo Blade Guard, where the lower his HP get, the bigger his attack and defense. Thank God he doesn't start healing. He can also skip over a blocker, much like Crown Slayer and Egan. And while he's on the map, he will spawn this white thingy to your deployment zone. And you better deploy it as soon as it appears, because each of these things will make Mifune deal additional attacks. However, watch where you deploy it, because this thing will destroy every fate and damage all units in its range, except for Mifune himself. Clearing all of this event stages should give you 40 yellow rocks. Like always, farm event stages, get event currency, and buy items in the shop. These are the tier 3 materials that should have a higher drop rate in the event. As for new module, there's a new module for operators whose archetype already has a module. A module for Primal Caster. A second module for Chen Altar. And Delta module for Swire Altar, and Pepe. Missy for integrated strategies. While Princess for acclamation algorithm. A new operator accord and paradox simulation. New furniture. These operators will be added to the recruitment. It's an anniversary event, so there's a lot of freebies. Some operator materials and gacha currency should already be given. And during the event, you will be given a free 10x pull ticket, 1 free daily pull in the limited banner, and a free daily orundum. Free 6-star ticket. You will be able to get one of the following operators for the low price of absolute zero. There's a free skin voucher. And a free 5-star selector ticket. Savage, or her potential will be given. There are some new in-game packs and physical merchandise. If you ever want to buy a merch, here's a discount code. And if you buy a merch around the anniversary, you will also be given a special postcard. These ambient synesthesia packs should also be available again. And looks like this time they will finally add all characters in the artwork, as a profile. Guess which character I'm gonna use. There are some new web event and community event. Lastly, we have upcoming events announcements. The next contingency contract should be live once this event ends. And the anticipated Ave Mujica crossover should be right after that. If you're playing Arknights for that collaboration event alone, might want to restrain yourself from emptying your gacha resources. That should be all. Vote for who got the best thighs in the comment. Adios.